Hi, this is Leah Franklin, and I am happy to bring you another Qigong, Neigong video. I have a technique for you today that is beneficial for both men and women. It's best practiced on the new moon. That means when you can't see the moon, when it's not visible. When the moon goes in hiding, that's a good time for us to release any excess that we're carrying in our bodies, especially emotionally, into the earth. So in just a moment, I'll show you those wonderful techniques. Before I do that, thank you very much for all of you who have subscribed. Special thank you for all of you who have purchased this 3 DVD set on how to cultivate Qi internally. And whether you've purchased it in hard copy CD or on the download, I really appreciate it. It keeps me motivated to continue teaching, and teaching really is what I love doing most. All of the technical things that I have to do to get this to everybody isn't the easiest for me, but just when it comes down to teaching, that's what I love. So having said that, I'm going to take this a step further, and I'm going to begin an account on Patreon. And my main purpose for doing that is for the people who are studying this program that aren't here with me, that don't have that personal guidance. I want to be able to open up a line where I can continue to work with you and teach you. Because a lot of people send me comments. They're like, I'm practicing such and this is what's happening. Is that normal? And because it's an internal practice, you really don't know. I mean, I didn't know what was normal until doing this for years and years and teaching people over the years and saying, that stage happens for everybody. And Neigong, internal cultivation, is about a system of changes. It's stages. We get to a certain stage and then our body opens up to a new level of awareness, and then we go from there, which makes practicing Neigong different from maybe a traditional Qigong class or a yoga class or martial arts, in that we need to open up certain stages, awarenesses, potentials in the body in order to build the next. It is sequential. And if you do have the opportunity to look at my YouTube videos, you'll see that they are sequential and they help to build on top of each other. I'd like to take that a step further with Patreon. So stay tuned. I'm setting up my page over there, getting things coordinated in the internet world, and then I hope to open it up so that if you're working with the DVD, you want to work with the DVD with me, we can do that online. One thing that we'll have is part of it will be a community set up so you can talk to each other. Super, super helpful to know what other people are going through as you go through the system of changes. And the other will be having a live stream at however often we do this, where I can hear your questions and I can give you feedback in real time. So I'm very, very excited about that. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you want to stay tuned, because the way I'm communicating with people who have not purchased the DVD is through YouTube. And if you have, then I've got your email and you're going to know right away when this starts up, and I hope that it's a big help to you. So you want to get a head start. This is the DVD. 3 DVDs that really set up the foundation for internal practice, because on Patreon, I want to go to level 2. This is level 1. All right. Thank you so much for that. Today's technique. Always, before you begin any technique, is you need to come into that Wuji posture of presence, of connectivity to the earth, connectivity through your skin to the environment, and most of all, connectivity to your breath. So we're going to take 6 deep breaths into the lower dantian just to get connected. I know that some people say to hold yourself in a static posture when you're coming into readiness. But even before that, I like to move through my field. That's the way I begin to wake up my sensitivity. It's like sifting. If I had fingers that just trailed off and were really long, I'm combing through the earth. And that's the way that I begin to soften both my awareness, my ability to move into more subtle energy fields. After you've done that, it's fine to come into a more static posture, further going into a state of presence. So let's say that it's the new moon, and I want to practice this practice of deep cleansing and connection of the heart and the lower dantian. And if you're women, you can go even deeper and connect with the womb. Men, you can connect with your prostate, but these are the centers of our reproductive health. So anytime we bring healthy energy in or we let go of stagnant energy, we're doing a lot for the vitality of our entire body. It's 3 movements that just repeat over and over for as long as you care to do this. Optimally, you go out at night under the new moon, which means the moon won't be there, but you will be outside, on the ground, and it's just so much more precious to practice Qigong outside. Okay, the first movement, we begin here. Take a breath, and you are lifting Qi up to heart level, and turn your hands over. First movement begins right here. We're going to inhale, turn our palms up and lift the Qi up to heart level, and then let the hands sink back down. Just going to do this first movement for a little while. I want to explain to you what you're feeling internally. You can see my external movement. My internal movement is always a deep breath, a full breath. So as I inhale, it's a full breath. And as I exhale, I release that breath. I'm sifting through my internal energy field. As my hands move up internally, it's like sifting through the Qi in the whole column of your body, inside your body. You sift through it to connect to it. As you sift through things, you begin to help them line up. You become aware of denser areas, places that are blocked, and they start to soften and they begin to move into alignment or move back into circulation. So just the sifting helps you to become aware. It's a healthy technique if you just got into a state of presence and sifted through your body. Simple as this. So much of disease and illness comes from unchecked energy, stagnant or negative energy that we've just kind of cached away. So this is one way just to become more aware. I'm not thinking about it, I'm not dwelling on it, I'm just sifting. Having a very even attention, a gentle awareness, not trying to fix anything. Okay, that's the first movement. Inhaling and exhaling up and down. Second one, we inhale, coming up, around. Here's my connecting to the moon. Even though we can't see it, the moon is still there. I take the backs of my fingers, bring them together, and now they're pointing down. This is drawing the moon down through my body and into the earth. That sets up the path of energy to move downward and into the earth. Okay, so let's that second movement a few times. As your hands come up, begin to inhale so that you can inhale through this whole upward and inhale drawing in. Now we can begin to exhale. Okay? Inhaling and drawing in. And through the body into the earth. See, the movements set up flows of energy. They define the intention of your technique. So the intention there with that one is to connect with the moon, draw it in, move through the body to the earth. And as it moves to the earth, again, it's beginning to take with it the excess. We might have built up a lot of stress or concern about something over the month, and this is a time when we can let it go. We can just let it go into the earth. We fall into that technique, coming into that intention and that pathway. That second movement will end right here. The third and final movement is to feel that your fingertips are connecting with each other, your thumbs are connecting, your palms, and you've made an energetic basket. Think of it like a fishing net, a little fishing basket. So with this chi moving between your fingers, once again you're going to sift, and this time we really are collecting some of that junk. One man's treasure is another man's junk. But we're collecting up, your body will know what you don't need, and then palms to the earth, once again, to give it to the earth. So that third movement is the lifting inhale and exhale. Right? Lifting and exhaling back to the earth. So we'll repeat those movements, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Anytime you feel that you need to stop, rest in this position. And then you can begin to start over again. So the base of my body is set up so that my center of gravity is here. My feet feel connected to the earth. My tailbone is relaxed. This is very much a heaven and earth technique. Okay? We have an opposite one for the full moon, which will be I'll put that video up soon. So here we go from the beginning. I'm going to run through all three, continuously through all three movements. And first, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Repeat. Repeat. One more time. And there you go. So you either want to practice this a certain amount of cycles through or for a set amount of time. But as with all Qigong techniques, the longer and the more you practice it, the more into them you become. And the more into it you become, the more real and the more effective they become. Whole mind and body wants to move into the technique, and then you literally are cleansing, and you will begin to feel this very nice connection between the upper well, the middle dantian and the lower dantian, between the heart and the area of reproduction. And we certainly want our heart to be connected up that way. Thank you so much for your time, and stay tuned. I am super excited about this Patreon. I'm in the research and the getting set up, but I think it's finally the answer for the way that I can connect further with you and really begin to teach people who are working with this program remotely, distantly. Have a wonderful practice of Qi, and we'll be talking again soon. Bye.